Welcome to Radicards TV. My name is Patrick. I'm your host. This is my friend Anthony. It is March 15th, 2014. We have the Big Hurt beer. We're going to try out this and see what it tastes like because I've never had it. And this is Frank Thomas's beer company. It might be one of the greatest in the mail collections.
And this is just my recent stuff. I mean, this is
ever.
just... Well, I appreciate that, dude.
Yeah,
Someday I'll have to show you the whole thing. With work and stuff and just collecting other cards, I have a crazy influx of mail, it seems like, because I send a lot of stuff out every week. And it seems like I can't keep up on it, processing it and sticking it. I do the whole penny sleeve into a semi-rigid, put it in alphabetical order, and put it in my master box upstairs. And I let it get away from me sometimes. So, like Patrick, what he's referring to is this is kind of like my inbox of autographs.
I mean, look at this. You've got like... Let's just have a look at here. We've got some like 54s, 64s, we've got 68s. I mean, I was in awe of this today for, geez, a good 20 minutes, 25 minutes. We talked for a while about all these really beautiful signatures and just, I was talking to Anthony about like, I'm really passionate about my Frank Thomas collection, and I was telling you, if I started doing this, it would like ×2 the amount of time that I invest in baseball cards in my life. It'd have to be like Frank Thomas or, through the mail autos. Because, Anthony, you spend like a good amount of time researching the players, figuring out who signs, who's still alive, which is another piece to it. Also, lead times for returns, how much they cost, etc. So it's really unique to see his collection and beautiful displayed in this almost random run. And when you look at the card backs, colors, I'm still shocked. Even this one little tiny half-inch binder that he's got here.
I mean, I would say 95% of what I do is baseball. Patrick has given me some vintage football that I've started getting into, and a little bit of 70s basketball that I just started. Mm-hmm. But I just mix them all together. But it's all alphabetical order, except for Tiger players featured on a Tiger card, in a Tiger uniform. That's a whole separate area, and those are all alphabetical orders as well.
Yeah.
But this is just like recent stuff that I just haven't gotten to, and it's just in there in order of date in which received.
It's meticulously organized to the sense that he's got like a system down where, he's got stuff in here that it just came in the last month or so, and so this is stuff to be processed in his archive. Like me, I have a Thomas, I basically cut the top off of like a 330 count box, mm-hmm. and just like put whatever I get new that week in there, and it just gets processed. So it's kind of a nice way to go about that. Some of these guys will send you other things too. We went through, anything from, photocopy cutouts, autographed with dates and events on them, to miniature 3x5 cards with them, like pictures of them, to photocopy newspaper clippings, sort of all kinds of different things that he's been able to acquire through this process of through the mail. So through the mail, even one guy said he wanted to call you and talk to you more about.
Oh yeah,
who was that guy?
Actually, I have that right here. Ken Retzer. He was a catcher for the Washington Senators in the '60s. The signed cards that I got, he included just like a personal photo, just described to me or personalized to me, and then another photo with himself shaking hands with with JFK when JFK threw out the first pitch in '63. Just fun stuff, nice correspondence. He sent me a nice letter. Seems like a sweet guy.
I just love looking at this, man. Like these, you've got some of these team cards have like multiple players have signed it. Something about vintage is almost like romantic, like it's a piece of history that you've got here in these little pages. Each one of these is little 9 pieces of history in each of these pages. The funny thing too is that he'll have like a team card, like the 72 Topps right here. And what he'll do is he'll research. You said you'll research who's on the card. Is it?
Yeah.
And then you'll figure out who's there, and then he'll send to those people. So I think that's a very unique way to go about collecting, and I think it's a great way to enjoy your commons again, and enjoy your vintage players, and something else, it teaches, Anthony was saying, teaches him about all these lesser known guys, right?
Oh, definitely.
And so you learn so much more.
Lesson,
yeah, it's like a history lesson, so you learn so much more about this. And you're actually putting together a 76 Topps set and sign. Is that you're attempting?
Yeah, I'm slowly chipping away at it. I mean, there's guys that are going to be tough period. Like getting Aaron is going to be really tough. I mean, I'm sure there's some out there. I like to do it more. I don't like to buy them already signed. I'd like to maybe, send it. There's going to be a signing. Maybe I can, participate in the signing, or in person is ideal. But there's a lot of guys that, of course, passed away that are tough, and there's going to be guys that are super crazy that like Thurman Munson that I'm not going to be able to get.
I want to show you this really cool 69 Topps. You've got 3 players, 3 signatures. Hold it like that. And they all signed with different inks. We got a black, a blue, and a ballpoint on the left there. So cool. I love that. Huge fan. I think that is just so cool. So yeah, just going through it, he's got just tons of classics and this Don Demeter that he showcased. Gosh, what was that? That Point Courts Sports Long Beach thing that we went to like a month ago.
Did we get that then? Yeah, I don't remember.
He got it there for, gosh, how much was it? Cheap?
Yeah, I think I got that one for $3.
So he got it signed. There it is right there.
I need to pop this open.
Dude, we're going to pop that open. I'll pop mine open too. I'll drink to that. You got that signed. I'm not much of a drinker, to be quite honest with you, but I figured Frank Thomas is a beer company. I ought to try his alcohol. So tell me about what you know about this beer company and what it tastes like.
I know nothing about this beer company, other than the fact that I saw this and it was on sale. It wasn't even on sale. It was just for sale, and I haven't seen them. And it's I bought a 12-pack. I told him that I drank the first 10 already.
Dude, where'd you find it? I thought this was only a regional release.
This was at Bevmo.
You're kidding?
No.
Really?
It was in a little cardboard box, like any old.
Do you think they have any more?
I'm sure they do.
Really?
I've seen it there a couple times. But what's very important about this beer is it's 7% alcohol. So
is that more than
that's
normal?
What turned me on. Yeah.
What's the normal?
I think like a bottle of Bud, I think is like, I might be off a little bit. I think it's like 4.6, 4.7.
Really?
But it's tasty. It's a little perfumey, but it's tasty. I can chug them, which that's a major thing. I can down this like an American ale.
He likes the American ale chug.
I can do it.
So like with me, I really haven't drank much in my day, but this would be, I guess, considered a stronger alcohol for me.
It is, and the reason why it is like more got that in the back of your tongue feeling is because it is the 7%.
But yeah, it's delicious, I think. I mean, it's nice. It's kind of strong. It's got an interesting flavor to it. Almost tastes like do I taste like a peach flavor in there?
It does have a touch like a sweet, it does have a sweet aftertaste.
Yeah, it's interesting. So
I like it.
Really just something I admire about Frank Thomas is because he's an entrepreneur. He's always been into more things than just baseball, and I really like that about him a lot.
It doesn't say anything.
In fact, that
it doesn't reference baseball anywhere, which is that's cool.
But you've got your URL on the back, and we've got BigHeartBeer.com.
It's a crisp, full flavored lager.
It doesn't tell you it's Frank Thomas's company.
It's just if you know what the Big Hurt is, and it's just Big Hurt.
So cool. I like this. There's a 16-ounce can you can get that's signed by Frank Thomas because he signed a bunch of these. And you can find them on eBay for I think the $25 roughly. I haven't gotten one yet, but I eventually will acquire one just to have for the archive. It's a nice piece to have. It's like a sort of talking point. Thanks, Anthony, for providing
no problem.
The beers.
I was saving two because I knew there'd be an instance in which we'd get together.
I like that. That's fun.
People are still just blown away by their lifetime performances, and May seems to be a tangible product. So. I grabbed a 68. I'm indifferent to the 68 set. They're just kind of pretty.
Those are sweet. I got that card in February, maybe March or January, February 2010. It was pretty hammered. It's worth shaking that one. I think I paid like $10 for it.
Yeah, this is not bad.
I remember being so excited about getting that card that I took a picture of it with my phone and sent it to my mother on an email. I was like, Mom, look what I've got. And she's like, congratulations. So Mom's always been really supportive. I really have been blessed to have an awesome mother. So she's always been put up with me and my excitement over baseball cards. She used to drag me around to card shows in the 90s and get really excited because she knew I was excited about it. So she likes the old stuff, the vintage stuff. I remember I got my George Mullen, my T206.
Oh, nice.
She was like, oh my gosh, and she would be like, how much is it worth? So we'd research it and realize it wasn't worth a lot of money because it was hammered, but she's always been really supportive. So that was one of the cards I couldn't wait to show my mother.
Right.
Well, he had already been playing for now what, like, so he started 51. Yeah, because he's in the same set as a rookie as 51 Bowman, which is the Mickey Mantle's rookie year. Oh, that's card number 1?
Yeah.
Holy heck.
All his cards are pretty, you know, they have those, like the cool numbers. You know, like number 1 was always somebody big. He's number 50 on this one. This is a 72.
49.
So he just ruined my whole theory. He's a 49.
It's a theory that's correct most of the time. Or some of the time.
Beer.
Right.
Well,
it's good, man. I like it. It's nice.
Anyway, just been picking up a couple Mays.
Yeah.
I grabbed a couple other cool things. You know, I'm always working on the Tigers. There's a Gus Zernial. He was good through the mail. He passed away over the past couple years. He had a nice signature. I like this one in ballpoint that you could see it really well on this 58 tops. I was excited to get that. Add that to the Tiger box. And then I've always been a little bit partial to the Boone family.
They've got there are a lot of Boones.
Number 1,
Daniel Boone.
Right, I like coonskin caps. Those are awesome. I want one of those signed in the mail.
Right, yeah, of course.
No, but Ray Boone played for the Tigers in the 50s and the mid to late 50s. As a Tiger fan, that's cool. And then Bob Boone played for the Angels, and I've lived in Southern California for a good amount of time. And
Ray Boone's son.
Ray Boone's son, and then Ray Boone's grandkids.
Brett Boone.
They went to school locally here in Southern California, so
Really?
I'd always been aware of them growing up, that they were, you know, some big shot, you know, high school guys to college guys to baseball, you know, MLB guys. So I picked up this Topps, this 88 box bottom signed by Boone.
So this is really cool.
This
the box bottoms are pretty dope, and the reason why is because they're usually pretty worn down because they're on the bottoms of something, so they're the first thing that hit the ground and be rubbed around or whatever.
Right.
So like getting box bottoms graded high is like, I mean, the hope really the only way they can grade high is someone like pulls an uncut sheet and cuts them themselves, like not even on a box, and then sends them through.
This has little to none rubbage on it.
You know, Matt Stairs played with the Nationals.
Right.
Well, speaking of Matt Stairs, show him those 2 cards you got. So it's funny. We were eating at we were having pizza today, and we were talking about sort of a project that he's working on right now. Sort of, I guess, is a project. Would we still consider it a project, or just cards of Matt Stairs on the Tigers?
Well, you know, I try to get any player that's on the Tigers, and I've been doing a thing lately where it's like my favorite players who aren't known for being on the Tigers.
Am I thinking about Pete Incaviglia, or am I thinking about Tom Candiotti?
Tom Candiotti.
Was a
He was a pitcher. He played for the Dodgers.
Pitcher or catcher?
And the Indians. Tom Candiotti was the Candyman.
See, this is the kind of dialogue you give. It's amazing. No. Heck, I don't have a lot of knowledge on Tom Candiotti. The one.
He's one of my favorite Dodger pitchers of all time. Tom Candiotti's bad.
So, like, the one memory I have of him is, gosh, my buddy Ryan, I kind of sort of grew up with in Albuquerque. Back in '96, my buddy Ryan and I, we went down to this card shop we used to go to all the time, and they had. It was right when '96 Leaf Signature came out, which is the first pack that showcased autographs of like lesser known players, and you get a single autograph a pack. It sort of popularized the hit per pack methodology, I guess you'd say, like that strategy.
That's cool.
And they were $10 a pack. And we're like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of money per pack. I mean, now like low end card packs are like $10 a pack, but back then that was a lot of money. And he saved up money, and we went down there and bought one. And we opened it up, and he got a Tom Candiotti autograph. And I remember we were kind of like excited, but sort of disappointed that it was like a lesser name player, almost like a no name player at the time. You know, we weren't really collecting Tom Candiotti cards at the time. I was doing Griffey and Thomas, you know, and I was just kind of collecting whatever else on the side just for fun, going to card shows and stuff. So that's the one memory I have of him. So whenever I see cards of his, I think of that memory, which is really, to be honest with you, that's what a lot of cards are. They're just like they're nostalgic pieces that stimulate memory.
Oh yeah.
Here. So anyway, I went to Frank's today specifically for a supply run. I bought like, gosh, tons of top loaders I need. So really what I'm doing is scanning my Thomas cards and then archiving everything, processing it through, and I've got just a lot of work to go left, but it's coming along, and I'm appreciative of the progress I'm making. So I got there and I went to a buddy's booth that I always go to, Tim. Base 2014 Donruss. Love this. Peony's done a really good job with this year's Donruss cards, I think. They've kind of incorporated different styles of different designs throughout the years. And we'll talk here in a minute that this design incorporates past Donruss styles and then also kind of a nostalgic, almost like a Topps design that they've got going on here, which, to be honest with you, I don't know how they got away with it. That's like kind of overstepping the boundaries, you know. Yeah. But you'll notice here, they've got the logo on the top right side, and the logo, I guess, would be like from '85 Donruss Jumbo. That logo came out of. Do you have that? Is it kind of like that?
There's an '85 Donruss Jumbo.
Okay, so it is the same box D that you see there.
It's cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
They threw some colors in there, a little rainbow action now.
Yeah, this is kind of fun. And then they've got the track marks from 87 Donruss on the right and left side there.
Oh yeah, that one was black with like gold baseballs.
Right, this one's black with black. It was gray with black. This one is.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then you've got the 78 Topps design around it, which I think is really interesting.
The little cursive Chicago down there, squared off.
They don't have the MLBPA license, right? So they can't showcase the team logo. I think they do a pretty good job, at least this year, of making up for it. And on the back, you've got the 88 Donruss back design.
So random.
I know. It's super cool, random. Very cool. And so I picked up that. And then on top of that, I picked up the press-proof version, numbered to 199. These are my first two 2014 Frank Thomas cards. Love it. Great cards to have in the collection. Those are fun. So I picked up the rest of these just some cool stuff. I have a lot of these already, but they were a quarter a piece, so I just picked up a bunch of them. I picked up whatever that was in the guy's pile for Thomas. This would be 2000 Fleer Tradition Dividends. Kind of a cool card. We got 1999 Upper Deck MVP Power Surge. Kind of a classic 90s foil thing happening there. This one's cool. We got 2001 Upper Deck E-Card. So this one has a different code on every card printed. I have a bunch of them. I have like 6 or 7 of these. E-Card.
And this little code you were explaining, you like put this on their website or something? Like,
I wish I could tell you more about that, Anthony. I was out of the hobby at that point. I left the hobby at the end of '98 and then went to college and started got sponsored skateboarding, and got back in again in summer 2003. So I missed out on a lot of product. Got one of these. I got a '95 Leaf Thomas. This is card number 4 of 6. I love this set. This is beautiful. Scans really well. You got the refractor finish on there. It's just a cool card from a 6-card set that commemorates Thomas's first 6 years in his career, 1990 through 95. I got a 97 Fleer Ultra Season Crowns. I love this card. I can remember 97 going to a card show and buying this card and thinking it was so rad because it had this like Dufex kind of just really cool technology, and I kind of started putting the set together. And it is, it's 12 cards. I think I'm missing a few still. Like
12 different players, or were they all Thomas? Okay.
I think I'm missing like A-Rod and a couple other guys. But love this set. Love it's beautiful. And it's underrated. Like, this is a quarter. And it's just such a gorgeous design. Like, I can't even get over it. Even now, I mean, so many years later, that I still can appreciate this design. It's so cool. And then we've got 1999 Upper Deck Holographics. So this is the silver version, the more common variation. Then there's the gold version, which is harder to find. I got the gold one finally, in 2009, 2010. I found one at a shop and I picked it up. I was glad to have it. I think I've got another one now too. I'm not sure. I might have 1 or 2 more. But those are the gold ones.
This is way cool. I've never seen this card.
It's
way cool, and I'm sure on the camera it does it no justice. The little like little movement that it gives. It looks like little like round shiny discs like over and over in the background. It's pretty cool.
They did a good job on this set. Holographics, even the base cards. So this is the insert set. This is the launchers. The base cards, they have this even like more exuberant. And it fills the whole card. And there's a silver and a gold one. But I just love that this is only this little frame in the card.
Yeah,
it's just a
cool.
box. And there's the black frame around it. I just appreciate the design. Something about collecting cards, like guys like you and me, we just like paper.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, I just appreciate paper.
Yeah.
And that's really what cards are. So in 1994, Leaf did a... is either Leaf or Down Russ? I think it was Leaf. It's like the same company at that time. You could get the commemorative, sort of like 5th anniversary Frank Thomas rookie card. Is inserted into packs. I've got quite a few of these. I must have like 10 of them maybe, but a quarter. I thought it was a no-brainer.
So it's the exact same picture, the exact
same card.
It just has foil on it rather than just the like the silver type that the back has.
Yeah.
Right? Before wasn't it just the same silver that was in the back as in the front?
Yeah, it's the same silver here, and this logo doesn't exist in the original, of course, because it's the base card. And then the back, it doesn't have the syntax on the bottom.
But other than that, I believe everything else is exactly the same, right?
It's a really good reprint.
That's pretty cool. Was it number 300?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Another card I'd never seen before.
You know what's great about the 90 Leaf series too is you can buy a box and easily pull like 2 or 3 Thomas rookies.
Oh yeah.
I opened a box of this stuff in spring or summer of 2010, and I pulled a number of Thomas rookies out of that box. I was really happy to get that.
It's one of my more. No, I don't know. This is probably my favorite modern set.
Oh, dude, it's great.
I love it.
Awesome.
It's just. It looks pretty. It has nice photography. I like when cards have white borders. It makes the picture pop all that
Pops
more.
out.
And they're great for autographs.
Yeah, I mean, I love that card. Just it's iconic.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so this is 2011 Topps cards your mom threw out. Is it? No, it's 60 years of Topps Diamond. Is it? Yeah, 60 years of Topps, not cards your mom threw out. 92 Topps Frank Thomas. I'm not sure if I have this or not, but for a quarter, whatever, take it. So this would be 2007 Topps Allen and Ginter. This is the mini Allen and Ginter back. Again, I'm not sure if I have this or not, but I will find out when I go and consult with my checklist, my trusty checklist. These other cards are not Frank Thomas cards, but by golly, they are amazing.
That's way cool.
Yeah, this is cool. 1992 Classic Bass King Griffey Jr. Check this out. It's the 1992 National Sports Collectors Convention promo card. It's got the gold stamp on there. Gosh, I love the National Sports Collectors Convention promos. These are just so cool. So I was telling Anthony that when you're looking at your cards, you should flip them over and look at the backs of them.
Yeah, I never would have spotted that.
Yeah. So this is amazing. Gosh, I guess a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, I went to one of those Long Beach conventions, the first one I went to actually, and there were 2 cards, the same card. I think it was like Clay Buchholz or AJ Burnett or somebody, and I flipped them over, and they had the same serial number on them. When I say the same serial number, 56 out of 200. They both said 56 out of 200. And I wouldn't have noticed it unless I flipped them over. And I was like, why do they have the same serial number?
Did you bring that up to the dealer?
No! Why would I do that? No, I bought them both.
Well, I thought you'd be like, why is it like this? And be like, because I just made in my basement, dude. I mean,
one of them, they don't look identical. Like, the text is different.
Oh, okay.
So, like, I don't know if one is a replacement copy. Usually when they have a replacement copy, that doesn't have a serial number on the back.
Right.
And it's usually, like, hand-numbered on as a replacement. You send in the other one, and you get this one as a replacement. It's like it's damaged. That happened a lot in the 90s. So you don't usually see 2 that are the same serial number on the back. That blows my mind, really, even now. Just one of those, like, interesting things in my collection. There's another one. This is 92 front row. 91 front row. I looked at the back, and it's the charter members, the front row collectors club card. Never thought to look there. It's kind of cool. Like that.
I don't know anything about that collectors club. Do you know anything about that?
Just look at the front row as like a set. Just look up here when you're looking at this, and the collectors club. I don't know anything about it either. But all I know is that this card, or at least Frank Thomas has a 7-card set in 92. I'm still trying to track down all different variations of the cards. There's a whole set that has Collectors Club stamp on the back of it, like this one. There's a whole set without. There's a whole set, I believe, with, at least there's almost a whole set. I'm missing 2 cards, and I can only confirm their existence when I find them, with gold facsimile autographs. There's 2 full sets of autographs. There's one with the serial numbers on the front. There's one with serial numbers on the back. There are promo cards. There are gold foil bordered cards. There are gold foil border with gold facsimile signatures. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And it's just like, Front Row is one of those sets that is so obscure that I'm always finding new releases of it. I've got like a blank back card I discovered recently. I pulled that, I bought that one. So when I see Front Row stuff, I always like investigate these cards because they're so peculiar. This next card is really cool. It's important to me. I remember when I got this card. It's the second-year Tom Seaver, 68 Topps. I love the All-Star Rookie Cup there. Trophy? A picture of a very young Tom Seaver. Great haircut there. And I believe it's the same shot that they used in the 69 Topps set.
I think so, yeah.
And I remember bringing this home, and this is another card I showed my mom too. I was like, Mom, check this out. I got a 68 Topps Seaver. So I've showed my mom 2 68 Topps cards, a Seaver and in 2 different states, New Mexico and California.
In the maze, was that the other one you were talking about?
I should put together the whole 68 Topps, and every time I get a card, I should email my mom and tell her about it.
Fun. I do like the rookie cup. Or was it a cup then, or was it a trophy?
Trophy.
It didn't become a cup though until
1988.
Was that when the cup came back?
87. I've seen him on 87. I've never seen him on anything earlier than 87. Because then the Wally Joyner in that set has the cup on it.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The 87. You're right. I don't like the cup as much as I like the trophy.
Trophy takes up a lot more real estate on the front of the card, though.
And I found a postcard which isn't dated anywhere. And I've been to Tiger Stadium a lot of times, and I had never sat behind the left field wall.
Look at this.
And that's where this photo was taken. It's a very odd photo.
Look at that
It's just
angle.
a picture of, like, the crowd. I don't believe you can see a player on the field, and you see the flagpole, which is, in the middle of center field there, or on the warning track in center field, but you can't see the flag. It's a very odd photo.
Look at how people are dressed. They're dressed so nicely. Like, back in the day, Anthony was saying, like, we're going out, so we should dress really well.
Right.
We should look really nice. Part of me feels like I wish that people still dressed that nicely when they went out.
It would be nice if somebody cared. Instead of just throwing on a ball cap and an ugly t-shirt.
I don't want to see someone go out in pajamas, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I guess throw on sweatpants.
I don't know what time of year this is, but everybody's wearing their jackets, and so it's either the beginning or the end. But
really nice hats, and just everybody looks like Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Are you done? I'm almost done. This is pretty good.
Over.
This is pretty good. I'm a slow drinker. Like I said, I'm not much of a drinker, but I've enjoyed enjoying cards today and having this,
cards and carbs, dude.
Cards and carbs. Enjoying the beer, enjoying cards. I want to say thank you for watching this episode of Radicards TV, and until next time, enjoy collecting.